everyone, Just Ash here, and hold on to your mugs because it's time for a bonus round. That's right, today we are talking about NIntendo Labo. So, what is NIntendo Labo? Labo is a piece of software from Nintendo designed to be used with DIY peripherals or Toy-Cons. The peripherals themselves are made out of cardboard and you put them together following instructions on the Switch screen. The way they work is using the infrared from the Joy-Con to track what pieces are moving, and that tells the software what's going on. I think it's a really cool, neat idea. I don't think anyone has done DIY peripherals before. Labo is launching on the 20th of April in the US and the 27th of April in the UK. There are two sets of Toy-Cons that are launching on these dates. They are the Variety Kit, which includes an RC car, a house, a fishing rod, a motorbike, and a piano. And the other set is a robot kit, which allows you to become your own robot, and it uses, I think it's intuitive motion sense or something like that. The Variety Kit will retail for around $70 and the robot kit will retail for around $80. I don't think this is a bad price. You get the software with the kit, so most of that price is for the game, and then you get all the peripherals as well. I appreciate that it might be a bit expensive for what basically amounts to cardboard, but again, you get the game with it, so I think it's probably a fair price. So that's the basic information about Nintendo Labo, and here are my initial thoughts. My first thought is I don't like the name. I find it really hard to say. Something about it just feels weird when I try and say it, like Nintendo Labo. I think it's the two O's at the end, but something about the name just doesn't sit well with me, but that's probably just me. Other than that, Labo has had some really mixed feedback. I'm not sure why. It's one of those things where either you love it or you hate it. I feel it's a bit unfair making that decision before actually trying it. Personally, I'm very excited for it. I think it's a really creative and unique idea. Obviously, this is being marketed towards kids and younger Switch owners, which a lot of the adult gaming community seems to have a bit of a problem with. Like, they don't seem to be able to understand that, hey, if you don't want it, don't buy it, but don't expect every single thing to be marketed towards you, especially from a company like Nintendo, who have such a wide fan base anyway. But obviously there are younger Switch users out there who can't play things like Skyrim or Doom or LA Noire, so by all means, market something towards them, give them a game that they can actually play and they want to play and they're gonna enjoy. And as an adult gamer, if you don't want that game, just don't buy it. Just please don't rag on it and ruin it for the kids. I do have a couple of concerns with Labo as well, the first one being how complicated it looks to put some of the Toy-Cons together, especially things like the motorbike and the keyboard. This is obviously just coming from that trailer that Nintendo released. Obviously I haven't seen how simplified the instructions on the Switch screen are going to be. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of frustrated people out there trying to play around with like a fiddly little elastic band that just won't work and it's going to ruin the whole thing. But you never know. My second concern is the durability of the Toy-Cons. They are made of cardboard, they will eventually disintegrate. I just wonder if Nintendo are going to do anything like a refresh pack, but then that just kind of encourages people to buy the software with the original pack and then make knockoff Toy-Cons, which I don't think Nintendo would want, so I don't know if they're going to do anything like that. Those are just a couple of concerns that I have about Labo, so hopefully those will be addressed in the future before the software is released. So in conclusion, would I buy a Labo? Probably. Will I get it on launch day? Probably not. If I do get one, it's probably going to be the Variety Kit rather than the robot, just because it is a little bit cheaper. Therefore, if I don't like it or the Toy-Con disintegrates in my hand, I won't feel like I've wasted so much money. But I am definitely excited for this. I definitely cannot wait to see where Nintendo is going next. I did notice when I rewatched the trailer before I filmed this that there are a couple of Toy-Cons on there that definitely haven't been announced yet. I saw a gun and a drum pedal, so I don't know where that's going to go, but I definitely want to find out. And that about does it for this bonus round. Please tell me your thoughts on Labo in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this video, remember to give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to pour yourself a nice cup of tea and join me next Friday at 8 for the next video.